Hey brother, no worries, we can train around 3:30. Just message me like an hour out, but shouldn't be a problem. Do the usual routine, man. Just come over my place, I'll do your skin folds. We'll head to the gym and train. So this is virtually my morning routine. You know, I get ready, I do my check-in, I come straight to the stepper here, and I try to get close to my 6,000 steps. I get about 4,000 because the last 2,000, I'm gonna clean the house after this, play for the dogs. I'll get my 6,000 steps. If I didn't have this walking pad in my house, I would probably only get about 1,000 steps a day. Just because I like to work. I'll go straight from bed to the office here. I'll get on my laptop and I'll start working on content for clients, editing videos. Before you know it, hours are gone. I've only got 1,000 steps in. So I have to get this done to get as close to my 6,000 steps as possible. And the earlier you get it done, the better, because then you can just focus on all the other things you have to do throughout the day without feeling like this is going to be a chore because you haven't done your steps by the end of the night. All right, so every Monday is when I order my food for fitness meals. I tend to outsource my meals because one, am sick of the food that I cook. Two, it's just easier, you know, I don't have to sit here, buy the food, prepare it, cook it, wash the dishes. I can just straight up microwave it and smash it straight away and get all the goodies that I need. So for me, this is a godsend. I use Food for Fitness just because I enjoy their meals. The macros and flavors, I think, are some of the best in the industry. And in my build, so we go for the 450 gram servings. I will probably order enough up until Sunday. So let's have a look here at the 18 meal pack. It's that simple. Meal prep's organized for the week. It doesn't have to be that hard. Do I eat outside of Food for Fitness as well, like in terms of my own meals? Yes, I do. So I tend to do a lot of shakes in between these because if I have to get 4,500 calories in, shakes for me are a lifesaver. Whether it's from a carb powder based shake from rule one, or if I just make my own concoction up with wheat bix and banana, honey and all that sort of stuff with a scoop of protein powder. So these are some of the meals that I'll be eating today. The first one we're going to start off with is sweet and savory Korean style sticky chicken bliss. Yeah. Let's eat. I want you all to meet someone. Ruby, come. Come here. Come on. Come here, big girl. Come on. Come. So, this is my baby girl. She's 3/4. Hey, you smell the food? Three quarters Roddy, 1/4 Staffy. Her dad was 50 kilos, and this thing is 8 months old, and she's already 42 kilos. She's a big girl. All right, that's it. Meal's all done. Now, the next part to the morning routine is the supplements as well. So if you don't have a pill organizer, get one on Amazon. It's just a couple of dollars. There's nothing worse than sitting there every morning. $10, $20 fucking supplements? You're kidding. Get yourself a pink pill organizer. Absolute game changer. So we'll start off with that. And without fail, you need to have your water in the morning too. So that's about 700 mils of water. Look, in here there's, what's it called? Is it inositol? I think it's inositol. I think there's berberine. There's T4. There's vitamin D, multivitamins, magnesium. Because of all the food that I eat as well, I need to have at least 2 digestive enzymes with each meal. So my HDL levels, high density lipids, are a little bit low. My LDL levels are a little bit high. So that's good fat and your bad fat. Okay, really important as well, especially if you're taking any performance enhancers. Now you take your NAC, you need to look after your liver. What do we got here? Could have just taken as a supplement, which is not a bad, as a tablet. It's not a bad idea because the powder tastes like shit. Oh, I finished it. I finished it. There's like 2 drops in there. I finished it. But that's it, right? That's the morning routine. Now I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna do some work with some clients before I head off to the gym. All right, so we're off to the gym. Playing the tunes. Getting hyped up for a leg day. Come on, you might listen to your hard style, but for me, it's all about those good feel songs.
So when I started training, I was 16 years old. I used to travel every single day on foot. 50 minutes to the gym. I used to train for like an hour and a half. I'd walk back for 50 minutes. Rain, hail, shine, nothing stopped me. I just had one objective, and that was just to train. Like, I didn't even know what the outcome was going to be, but you know, that level of commitment is probably one of the best things I ever did for myself as a young man, because it not only did shape me for the discipline that I needed, it learned me how to give me another like level of work ethic that I wouldn't have learned from anywhere else. Because I used to be a big troublemaker back in the day. You might not believe it. You know, tattoos, look at the gym attire, right? But back in the day, you know, I used to run with the wrong boys. I used to do all the silly things that, you know, it would freak out any parent. I was in trouble with the law, the judicial system through high school, year 11. I had like 3 court cases. Like, I mean, yeah, I was never like a full demon, but I definitely was, you know, just moving against the grain. And I guess it would ruffle a few feathers in the process. But what are you going to do as a young guy that had no direction, you know, no guidance, no mentors? Naturally, you're going to do that sort of stuff. You're going to learn the hard way. But, you know, fortunately for me, I'm a quick learner. And I knew the standards I wanted in my life. And if it wasn't for training to give me that standard, to make me feel like I wasn't a loser, to show me that I'm actually really good at something difficult if I applied myself to it. You know, I've got to be thankful for all of that. All right, we just pulled up. Let's go smash this leg session. So we just wrapped up legs. It's time to have the post-workout shake. As I said, this is going to be a pretty carb-heavy meal. Straight after training, it's imperative that you have carbohydrates. The sooner the better, right? Your cortisol is high when you train. You need to dampen it. You need to start bringing in those carbs in order to start raising your insulin to push these nutrients, the carbs and the protein, into the muscle. This is my pure carbs, and I couple that with a scoop of protein powder. Now, I can never not make a mess with this. 2 scoops of carbs is 1,240 calories. 1 scoop of protein contains 110 calories. So in total, we're looking at 1,350 calories in this one shake. Done. 10 seconds. How much easier is that than a meal? So this is the best part of the day. You have to get yourself a girl that supports your goals. Here's my beautiful Kiara. Look at the meals she's cooking.
250 grams of pasta, 250 mince for each.
Look at that. I'm a lucky boy. Alright, macros are looking good. We're almost there. So that's kind of how I structure my day. I mean, I already know intuitively what I need to eat and how much of it, but I do have a little bit to catch up on. So usually by the end of the night, I clean up my macros by just having one last shake. And that's the easiest way to do it. Just have your meals, whatever you do throughout the day, have some structure. Obviously, if you don't follow your macros religiously like I do, you're gonna have to track and have a plan in place. But otherwise, if you know what you're doing, just have your meals throughout the day, and by the end of the night, just have a shake to tidy up whatever loose ends you have with your macros, because the shakes are the most versatile things. Protein, carbs, fat, super easy to hit those targets. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, you don't need to watch us eat, do you? So this is where we end up at the end of the night. I'll come back. I'm going to share with you what my last shake will be. All right, as you can see, the lighting system in the house has changed. We always have different mood lighting depending on what we're doing. If we're reading, hanging out, spending time together, or just turning off our devices like now, we have different lighting systems for that. It just helps settle our nervous system. This is where I pull out my shake, I top up my macros for the day, making sure I get all my nutrients in. Otherwise, there's no point putting all that effort into the gym. You're never gonna build if you don't get your calories in. It's as simple as that. So the little actions, you know, you tick them off, you feel like you've accomplished a lot by the end of the day, and they compound over time. I highly recommend that you have a system in place that works for you. This works for me. It probably will evolve over 6 months. In a year, it's always in a state of flux. As your life changes, as your experience changes, so does the protocol. But have one in place that works for you and immerse yourself into it. Tick the boxes every single day until you get to the evening so you feel like you're accomplished. That compounds over time. A different energy will come your way. Happier people, better partners, more opportunity in work, just in life in general. Everything will change and evolve because you're putting energy into yourself. So that's my advice. You know, I love what I do. I can't see myself just doing life in any other way. It's given me so much back in return, you know, just by implementing the things that I'm advocating for you to do. So that's it. That's a wrap. Day in the life of somebody who aspires to be a pro and wants to build muscle. What am I going to do next? Maybe just tell me in the comments and then I'll make a little series on that too. All right. Peace.